Welcome back to the Jungle King 007 channel. Today we're going to be working on a relative Saab 9.3, and the issue today is this display. On these Saabs they have a center console display, and it's a very common issue that this thing stops working. As you can see here, the vehicle's on, there should be something lighting up on the center console over here. It does say info display, which is this right here, but obviously you can't read it. Well, it's a very common issue with these things where they stop showing any type of information on it. So today we're going to show you how to fix this. It's very simple. First we're going to take this thing out. You just simply need a small flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to go in from the top here, pop it out as so, and then all you have to do is take this, there's a little flap right here, just pull this forward and then pull this center cable out, and now you've got the display. So let's bring this to a table and disassemble this so we can get to the guts. So on this display, the main culprit of issues with these displays is this ribbon cable here. So you can see it's already lifted off, so it's not giving a good signal to the display board. Now there are two versions of this. If you notice on the bottom end of your display case, it shows SID 1 and SID 2. This one's obviously a SID 1. And you'll need to know that in order to figure out which one is which. Now, I bought both of them. I was going to do this earlier, but then realized I got the wrong one. So you have to match them up to which one you've got. So it looks like this one right here matches with what this one looks like. This one, I guess, is for the SID 2. So we'll put this one to the side, and we won't be using it for this one. So let's go ahead and we'll take this off. We've got some acetone to clean off all these leads. We'll have to do it on both sides of the display as well as the board. Get that all nice and clean so that we can then, we're basically soldering this back onto these leads. I've got one shot at this, so what we have to do is, if you look, I'm trying to see if I can get a top shot very close, hopefully it can stay in focus, is we have to line up every single one of these lines with a line on this board here, and you're probably not going to see them on this board edge, or the display edge, but there are little marks similar to what you see here, but in the glass. And you have to line up each individual one of these to the line on this one. So I'm going to do it one side at a time. What you have to use with this particular piece is one of these T-bars. I've had this one sitting and it's really hot, but we have to use that to basically melt the little bit of adhesive that's on the inside edge of this bar. So let me go ahead and put my camera back up so I can do that now. so there's one side down. Hopefully you can see that every single one of those is lined up nearly perfectly, but as long as they're on the golden strip, I'm good with that. So now we got to do the display side. Alright, so I'm trying really hard to show you what those little marks are on the edge of this display. They're supposed to line up with the edges of this strip here, and they are very faint. Once you clean this off, they almost become invisible. So you have to have some really good light to find them, and then line them up. Let's see, looks like it caught some light. I can't tell from the display on my camera whether or not they caught it, but you're supposed to line each one of those up. Now you'll also notice somewhere on this one there is markings, there's a number on it. Make sure it doesn't look like it's mirrored or it's backwards. As I can see on this one, mine looks like it's a 1281 on one side, so if that's the case, 1281 was showing right up here, then it would fall in line this way. Hopefully I'm looking at it right. So now I'm going to try again to line these up, and then I'm going to use the T-bar once more to basically melt them in place. We got both of them on. We're gonna let this cool for a few minutes. I'm hoping these lined up. That was very hard to line up there. So we'll let that cool off. I'm gonna flip it over just to verify it, and then we will reassemble and put it back in the car. Now I've tried to get this on a couple times, but this little piece that sat here has been getting in the way. Now I think all it's there for is to keep light from going where it's not supposed to, but I'm going to see what it looks like without it, so we'll pull that to the side. It was basically getting hung up on this ridge, on this edge up here on the top, underneath these buttons, and I'm hoping it doesn't have much of an effect, but I've noticed, you know, it's much easier to install this without that in the way. Now, as I say that, it's not wanting to go in the spot, and then I lost a button. So, let's try this again. Button goes there. Let's try to line up everything. There we go. Now, let's put that next screw in. Tighten it down. Take this piece. There we go. Trying to line up two slots that run down the edge with that that board. So let's put these two other bolts back in. Next piece and last piece, we put it on the right way, is this guy right here. So we can get it to line up. There we go. Alright, it's all set. Let's go see if it works. Alright, so we got our display with the new ribbon cable in it. Let's go ahead and hook it up and see what it does. Well, it's better than it was. I may have missed a few spots. As you can see, there's one line right here, but it looks much better than it did before, and actually it looks like the light's out. There we go. So test brake lights. Well, there we go. It's looking better than it did before. As you can see, it is pretty dark I was hoping it would be a little bit lighter, but I think something's wrong with the LED on here. But it's actually reading something, which is what it wasn't doing before. 0 mile per hour, miles per gallon, 289 miles. So right back to, looks like 78 degrees. Can I get this closer to actually see it? Yeah, looks like you can see it now. So it is pretty dim, but I can see it. I don't know if it picks up on camera. And this is really what I was wanting to get taken care of. Now let me turn on the vehicle and actually see what it looks like after that. It's probably the reason why it's low is because the car's not on. So let me turn it on real quick. Yeah, it's better than it did. I may have missed one spot. Let's test the brake lights like it's asking to. Okay, done. But it looks better than it did before. So all those lights, it looks like this LED, actually there's probably a bulb back here that's bad. There's supposed to be a, looks like a clock here. So it's showing, but I don't think it's picking up on the camera. But this is much better than it was before. I'm happy with this. For I think it was like a $15 strip, brought this back to life. So hopefully you found this helpful. I know it wasn't 100%, but at least it got something on the screen. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. I'm going to be posting more videos similar to this and some other stuff that I do. Hopefully you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.